Let's go. Binding of Isaac Afterbirth plus daily. Northernlion here. Yesterday we came 86, 1.05 percentile, pretty good score. Today's run is an Azazel run that goes to Shoal, which means it's an Azazel run that goes to Delirium, if possible. I'm ready to go. Been playing well lately. You have no way of knowing that. I'm not going to spoil the series for you, but I recorded a bunch yesterday, and I feel like I got a little bit of my Isaac mojo back. But a daily is not just about winning. A kiss is not a contract, but it's very nice. It's very, very nice. All we need to do is not take damage. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if we don't take damage on today's daily, we're going to rank pretty well. As long as we don't just, you know, minkus it and just stand here for like 3 hours and then go, well, I'm not taking damage. Where's my high score? I don't know what that voice is supposed to be. I also don't know what it means to minkus something. I think that was the nerd from Boy Meets World, but I didn't get NBC's must-see TV Thursday night lineup. That's a Friday. That's a TGIF. But I didn't get that either. So, you know, it's not like we only had NBC one day of the week. That would be unusual as well. By the way, top scores today. Let's go back and check. 55,000 is number 1, and 47,000 is number 30. So if we want to hit that front page, we're going to have to be between 47 and 55,000. We haven't had a front page score in quite some time. That doesn't mean it's impossible, though. It does mean that perhaps it's mildly unlikely. There must have been 2 pennies on top of each other there, because that takes us to 6 cents. Honestly, yesterday's daily was basically possible for us to rank well because of the fact that we hit 5 cents on the very first floor, got an incredibly, I mean, maybe not incredibly, but a very unlikely arcade. Come on now. And then that arcade ended up giving us IV bag, I think. I can't remember. I mean, it's been 24 hours since that run. But in all honesty, it's been like 6 Isaac runs since that run. So it's become sort of diluted in memory. Repeating, of course. But with all that being said, maybe we'll get an arcade here and have something similar happen. I mean, I'm not too attached to the brown nugget. It's not terrible, but it's not a compulsory part of our experience here. 2020, very, very excellent. We can fly, so we should just put that there. And we'll go back for that Spirit Heart. We have to go back anyway to explore. We might as well just, you know, finish going in the direction we're going in for now. It's probably a secret room beneath us. And, well, it could be a secret room adjacent as well to that room right there. But right now we're looking for our deal with the devil. And I'd love it to be Brimstone, of course, but I would really, really love it to also be a spacebar item that benefits from battery charges, like a Book of Revelations, for example. Range upgrade, luck upgrade, always useful as Azazel, and then Abaddon. So it's one of these runs, and by that, I simply mean it's extremely good. We have 8.78 damage, effectively times 2 right now. We don't even need the Spirit Hearts that we just earned from that Tinted Rock as a result of the fact that, oh, we might as well push the button at least. As a result of the fact that, you know, we're kind of balling out of control here. Honestly, you're going to think that this is like the ultimate dick move, but what do I care about picking up Ghost Baby? It's negative points for effectively no reason. Now, we can admittedly take that all the way to absurdity and be like, well, why pick up Blood Bag? We don't need HP. I'm not going to do that, but Ghost Baby on a run that's this strong already basically literally provides no benefit. At least Blood Bag, you know, is a speed upgrade along with the HP. This has to be our secret room. It's the only thing that makes sense in this crazy mixed up world. It's not our secret room. In hindsight, we might have been able to find whether or not it was our secret room via the bomb that blew up the Tinted Rock in the first place. But we gotta check. We gotta check. He has not done it. We got a bomb instead of a key. I could have used the key to open the golden chest back there. The only reason I didn't was because I wanted to save a key for the arcade, so I would consider this like, or not an arcade, sorry, our item room on the next floor. So I'd consider this like kind of a whiff, but let's see what we get here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You got me, you got me, you got me! He's done it. 2 HP. We might as well hold it. You know, we can use that for easy deal with the devil access and have no concerns. Honestly, runs like really, really, really good right now. It's probably our secret room there. Like, rarely do you have a run where on the 3rd floor you go, oh, Delirium? No problem. You know, it's like on your first day of kindergarten. You're like, you know, astrophysics? Sign me up. Another health upgrade. It's a legitimate health upgrade as well. Which we know because of the fact that we don't have 0 health and it still gave us health. You know what I mean? So we're, like, unfathomably strong right now, basically. One of the strongest starts to a daily, perhaps, in Earth's history. If this is a comeuppance for, like, you know, recent dailies that haven't been particularly strong, maybe not in the past, like, week or so, but, you know, in the past month or so, then honestly, apology accepted. It's going to be a hot leaderboard today. It's an easy daily, it seems like. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch yet. It's an easy daily, and it has the added benefit of being on a Saturday. So, like, this could be one of those runs where you come in, like, you know, 400th place, but still rank in the top few percent. Now, that's a tough decision. AWAS, I mean, we're not doing anything with the Fool card. But what are we gonna do? Oh, my Lantha, Guppy's head. What are we gonna do with an AWAS rune? We probably will not be able to get to 15 cents here anyway. So I'm gonna choose not to stress out about the fact that there is a swallowed penny in there that interests me a great deal. 7 cents? I don't know. It might be possible, but we'll give it some time. I feel like Firemind actually does nothing for us here. This is my final daily evolution, is just I don't pick up any items anymore? Well, admittedly, though, Firemind does nothing as Azazel. If we were to transform, we would get Firemind, but probably not even want it that much. As a result of the fact that, you know, the whole blowing yourself up accidentally sort of thing going on. So, I think we just hold AWAS. We should look for a Tinted Rock. I didn't really give it more than a cursory glance here as we go back. We've only been hit once on this run. Certainly an acceptable amount of damage. I'm a little surprised. You know, what's the matter? You couldn't give me a deal with the devil, and then the deal with the devil gives me 2 more Guppy items, and then, oh, by the way, if you have Guppy, you just, like, win the game instantly, and here's the highest score you've ever had. Like, I get it. It's a bad joke, but at the same time, the way this daily's going so far, that's what you gotta kind of come to expect here. I should have maybe looked for the second secret room in the hopes of making Crooked Penny work for us, but whatever. This daily is like... Where was this daily? And I'm not being bitter about it. I know that's like on brand for the Northernlion character, registered trademark of Northernlion Industries. Butterbean. Not even wait what, huh? Man, this run stinks! But I'm not being mad about it. I'm just saying there was a really, really good time for us to have a daily that was this strong. And that really, really good time was like 8 days ago when I couldn't buy a win. You know, I was getting my butt kicked at every available opportunity. What we should recognize, though, in the interest of managing expectations and also not making myself needlessly look like a total fool, is that the Void fight is still really difficult as Azazel with near base range. You know, even getting like a few range upgrades is basically worth nothing when it comes to fighting Delirium specifically. So don't necessarily write this off as an easy Delirium kill. But we're gonna try to fight Delirium anyway. Oh. We're gonna try to fight Delirium anyway because can't sleep at night if I start hitting the Alt F4 key there, even though it is the sensible option. Is that self-righteous? Probably. But you know what? It was also a lie to begin with. I sleep very well at night. I used to have insomnia to a great degree. Well, not like a critical degree, you know, or a clinical degree, I should say, but I used to, you know, maybe like 3 or 4 times a month, once a week, I'd like, just can't get to sleep, get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night. Now, sleep like a baby. Earbuds in, Dan Carlin's Hardcore History podcast. Yeah, there's only 1 episode every, you know, 8 years. You can listen to them over and over, and it's, you know, always experience something new. Highly recommended. Although, if you listen to me for background noise as you fall asleep, definitely continue to do that. I don't want to lose my position as one of the top 15 or 20,000, you know, background noise generators on planet Earth if I can avoid it. You know, if that's my wheelhouse and my lot in life, then I'm content, honestly. So we got some very good stuff there. We should take Pageant Boy. Maybe get a luck upgrade. The money is kind of secondary at this point, but we should go to our shop as well, which we already did, and it was greed. That's right. So 1.75 speed is more than enough here. We don't need to really work for Blood Bag because the speed upgrade is, again, very secondary. This is really, like, where we're gonna feel the happiest about the fact that we have extra charges in between rooms, because Mega Fatty is otherwise, of course, extremely annoying. Okay, so we're pretty much out of here. Still holding an AWAS rune for really God knows what reason at this point. That's not our secret room? This must be then. I'm losing my mind. We should look for it. I mean, I think I overestimate how useful it actually is. From a point standpoint, where... Secret room? Can't be there. Well, luckily I did just say I think I overestimate its usefulness, because I'm about to probably leave without it. This is actually a tough call right now, because Guppy's head is sweet. IV bag is also like a breakable caliber item. I think I'm just gonna go with Guppy's head, you know? We're in such a great situation here. I don't want to risk it. What I do want to get is like 45,000 points, and even on some of our best dailies lately, 45,000 has been outside of the realm of attainability. Well, I mean, we literally got 45,000 yesterday, I think, so maybe just completely ignore what I just said because it's patently false as proved by myself. The rare self-own. You know what we call that? Egg on its own face. Chechi n'est pas un ouf. Oh, lol. Anglophone trying to speak French. Oh, trying to broaden his horizons. What an idiot. Okay. We'll take the pact. We should have taken the pact second, because I do want to take a Thame as well. And this would have worked extremely well with IV bag, but we're going to get our HP back anyway. I'm fairly happy, or fairly optimistic about our chances there. This is a Chariot card, which it is. We should be able to go in here. I hit Q. I guess I'm glad it didn't pop, but I kind of wanted it to. We should really be thinking at this point, is there another way for us to get Mad Money Jim Cramer style here? You remember, Jim Cramer, the guy from Seinfeld. He's always busting into Jerry's house and go, Jerry! Buy Tesla stock! That Elon Musk! He's got some good ideas, Jerry. Plus, he's a space alien. Not a good Kramer impression, Jim or Cosmo, but you get the idea. Why not? The quarter is well worth it, I think, at this point. The Moon card, like, Moon and AWAS are both teleporters right now, as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know what to do with them, because it's one of the few runs in which we don't really need a seam. So I'm very confused as to what to do with this. Like, I suppose one thing we could do is use... Well, I mean, hear me out here. I love the range upgrade, by the way. We're starting to get to the point where I don't feel too badly about this. If we go to Shoal instead of going directly to the Void and then the Delirium fight, we might be able to find a self-sacrifice room that takes us to the chest, or to the dark room. I'm not sure which. I guess if we're going to Shoal... I mean, you can go to Shoal with the Polaroid, so I think it's up in the air. Like a George Clooney film right now. Like a Vera Farmiga film. Appreciate the luck upgrades. We definitely do not need Sharp Plug. which means that we definitely do not need anything here. We'll probably take both Eternal Hearts just because we can. But we could go there and hope for a self-sacrifice room, but there's some problems with this theory, I think. If there's not a self-sacrifice room, we lose pretty big. We've already found our regular secret room. With 10 bombs, we can start to look for second secret rooms. Give it a shot, at least. If there is a self-sacrifice room, we might still lose big. Alright, I'm out. Because we'll take a huge damage penalty in the process of making that dream work there. So I'm not necessarily sure that that's the right course of action. And by not necessarily sure, I mean I'm like 99% sure that that's not the course of action we take here. Cricket's body has cranked up our damage pretty extremely here. Despite the fact that I haven't become Guppy, which was kind of like, it was my pet cause. Haha, pun not intended, but then I'm going to act like it's intended because it makes me seem more clever. It was kind of my pet cause for this run, but at the same time, you see, because Guppy's a cat, which is a domesticated animal commonly. I was going to say used as a house pet, but used it sends the wrong message there, I think. What I mean to say is that despite the fact that we haven't gotten Guppy, the run is still amazing and has become more amazing recently. Like, the Succubus pickup is incredible. 2 infested pills. And we're really, like, probably 1,000 points ahead of where we'd normally be at this point on a daily. Largely, that comes down to, that has to be wait what, which gives us unlimited bombs, but I don't actually know if that's worth anything right now. But it comes down to the fact that we have 97 cents right now, soon to be 99, as indicated. We shouldn't take much, if any, more damage on boss rush. Like, there is a concern with that, and the concern is our range, as always, especially when we're fighting enemies like those guys that can explode. Having low range is, you know, the mildest of mild problems on a run like this. Also very surprised we have not recovered our HP. Plan C. Or, I mean, we've recovered some HP. We haven't recovered, you know, a ton of HP is what I mean to say. Possible secret room? Indeed. Not on a daily, okay? Not on a daily in which we got a great chance. I'm a Zane Master. Never forget, I'm the Zane Master. I still got it. I'm still hip. Taka 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 taka. No, but we're still fine. But I'm on the greatest roll of my Isaac career. I want to keep the momentum coming here. I don't know. Blank card AWAS. Blank card is really, really good. I would miss the flies, but Ghost Pepper's not going to be that good for us. So I guess you go blank card, and then we'll choose. Because we don't have to, I mean, we don't get any benefit, basically, out of rolling blank card, like, right off the bat. So we might as well just hold it there. And then we can decide if we want to use blank card. The thing about blank card is that from a boring, like, oh, I'm an adult, in something equity standpoint, stupid idiots probably eat pizza with a knife and fork. The lamos. Yeah, they probably make charitable contributions to their community, too. What a bunch of losers. Okay, flies. This would be a great time for you to get in there. But in a lame way, blank card is A, really fun and cool and hip. Of course, one of the hippest there is. But also gives us the chance to really amp up our points via the, like, blank card, 2 of spades, 2 of clubs combo, you know, whatever we're able to get. So I kind of feel like we should go for the blank card no matter what. Our damage is so good. I mean, it's a weird, what's the inverse of a catch-22? Catchy ne pas un 22? You don't say 22, you just say 22. Anyway, look. I basically speak French at a, like, below kindergarten level. Apparently I speak English at below a kindergarten level as well. Look, I don't have a 5-year-old child. I don't say the word kindergarten very often. How old do people start kindergarten at? But also, very German word. So I'm not gonna... We should just call it... You know what I call it? Waste of tax dollars. No, but we should just call it, you know, the Garden of the Children. That makes more sense. For some reason, that sounds creepy, like it's a mission from Deus Ex or something like that. Okay, we're done. Rainbow Baby, sure, let's take blank card. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that we should take this. Brain's firing on all cylinders right now, apparently. Alright, so just remember, we do not want to go down. We are looking for crawl spaces, black markets, but we're also looking for something better than an AWAS rune. Take us to the top here. I think Sissy Longlegs is fine. Occasional extra spiders to make up for our loss of flies here. And I don't know, do we have a chance at 46,000? 45,000? Whatever we need to get into the top there? I think it's conceivable. We've done everything. That was very dangerous. We've done everything more or less right here. And if we're not gonna commit to, like, using blank card AWAS to try to get to the chest, which, we don't even want to get to the chest. We want to get to the dark room. But I don't think... I'm, like, crossing my wires here. Can you use a Shoal AWAS rune to get to the dark room? I believe the answer is no. However, we could get a self-sacrifice rune. So the AWAS rune basically was just existing for me to maybe find a black market or something like that, I suppose. It's not that important right now. Now, is blank card justice that important right now? No, but at least it gives us points, and the points are worth something. Perhaps not a lot, but the points are indeed worth something. So, if we're not going to do a self-sacrifice room to Shoal, or sorry, a self-sacrifice room to the dark room, what we should probably do is what we're doing right now, but make sure that we fight Delirium. So, if we wanted to, it might also... That's great. And, I mean, that's the same, which means it's great. Tears up as well. Dude, that's awesome. It might be wise to just look for a blank card combination that actually just gives us HP. Because we are going to take damage on Void. We are going to take damage John Voight. You know, the star of such Oscar-nominated films as The Deer Hunter and also Anaconda. Which I've heard doesn't want none unless you got Buns Hun, which means that it wants all of it, right? Because it's a double negative. I don't understand how the double negative works in rap music, though. I might be ignorant of that. You gotta go for the Guppy Dream. You gotta not take that, and we don't want Brother Bobby. Even though it gives us permanent Polaroid invincibility, I don't care about Brother Bobby. We'll take our extra black card here and 2 extra bombs. Crack into that. I'm skeptical that that last room has any matter to it whatsoever. Do keep in mind we are going to go to the Hush fight. And the Hush fight is also one in which we benefit from having longer range. So, I mean, this is like, we've gotten maybe 3 range upgrades or 4 range upgrades as Azazel. That'll be our 5th one right there. And there's the Guppy Dream as well, so that's awesome. But, just pop that right away so we can get it. But we're still, like, light on range. This is not an incredibly impressive amount of range for us to have. I think we're just going to ignore the HP upgrades at this point because we're probably better off in this situation, I think. We're getting, like, I don't know, maybe 30 points per Justice charge. It's not likely to make much of a difference, but if I can use this to cheese my way past one of you, you know, scumbags on the leaderboards, then I'm gonna be happy. Because every person that I beat on the daily leaderboards, you gotta fight for every ounce of respect you get in this freaking game, man. I'm telling you. Maybe we take I'm Drowsy onto the Hush fight. I don't know. We're dropping a left hand. This is largely irrelevant, but I'm gonna do it regardless. Or I'm Drowsy onto the Delirium fight might be the right call. I've heard there was a subreddit post on the Isaac subreddit, because nobody talks about Isaac on the Northernlion subreddit. Which is fair. They've had their chances to talk about that over the past, 8 years, but... And it said, I didn't read the post, because let's be honest, I'm a very busy man. I only read the headlines. I find that makes the news no less comprehensive, but much, much more efficient. Dude, stop with the enemies that hit us when we hit them. That's not fair. It's supposed to be like it's a unary operator. We hit them, they do not hit us. I did not mean to pick that up. That is actually a bummer. We need a justice card or something now. Or just very lucky against this deal with the devil would also work just fine. But, and it said I'm Drowsy against Hush. Or I'm Drowsy against Void, I should say, is OP. And by Void, of course, I mean Delirium. Probably a new record for the most misnamed items over the course of this episode. But hopefully a new record for points as well. Let's go explore everything. We got plenty of time this time. Found our secret room. Secret room is, I mean, at this point, money doesn't strike me as being extremely important, but that did give us a net gain in terms of our points. But we'll use I'm Drowsy against Delirium. And it might seem like, hey, we're missing out on all those judgment points. And you wouldn't be wrong, except for the fact that we can drop I'm Drowsy as soon as we get down to the Void floor and pick up another card and use that for the rest of our time down there. So, I don't know if that's going to matter too much, but if it does, then that's good. Kind of a weird choice here, but I'm going to play him nonetheless. Don't blow up the Demon Judgment. Did not blow up the Demon Judgment. Because if this guy gives me HP, I might be able to productively lose my Eternal Heart, but it would be at the cost of getting HP, which strikes me as not that valuable. I mean, we could get HP, like, do you see what I mean here? There's, well, are there half hearts? If there's half hearts, it might be worth it to try to play this Demon Judgment, although I don't really know what we'd be looking for. Full hearts. So many full hearts. Let's just go with what we got here. We could pick up the other Eternal Heart, which would mature our existing heart. Then we play the Demon Judgment and try to get something out of it. But that strikes me as not just a little too min-maxy, but like literally unlikely to provide us with much benefit. So, this is a good time for us. We got 99 cents. We can probably afford to spend because Mystery Sack's paying out with a bunch of money. And then we will go to the Void floor after this. Well, I mean, it's a good trinket, even if it gives us nothing right now. We probably didn't need to pick all that up just right off the bat here, but... Yeah, so these are both garbage. I would rather take none of those. Mom's Knife sort of ruins Guppy Brimstone, so I think in this case we'll actually take Juicy Sack, which is kind of hilarious. We got a Luck Upgrade Penny. We got a Sun card. I'm actually going to buy a battery charge. Just to get the stats upgrade from Dim Bulb. I don't think we really have anything to do with our Sun card. So I'm going to take I'm Drowsy into the boss fight, but I don't expect it to be too relevant. And you might be saying, why not at least, like, take the scissors and then... Oh, man. That was nasty. Why not at least take the scissors? You're not necessarily in the wrong there. But I don't want to necessarily gate us out from being able to get Strange Attractor. I mean, I expect Strange Attractor is horrible because it's almost always horrible, but if it's not, we would want to know. So I have been taking some damage. Again, this is Azazel. You start the run always so strong. You usually... Oh, that was so bad. You usually finish the run so strongly as well. Come on, come on. Pop up, pop up, pop up. Ah! But there is danger in being Azazel, and it's all tied to the range. If you can pop off with respect to Azazel's range, you stand, like, no chance of losing the run. Basically, if you get regular Brimstone. For us right now, it's not that we're in a bad position at all. It's just, like, it's very hard to avoid shots without having any sort of defensive item to work with us here. You know, if we had the Soul, we'd be in a much better situation. If we had, you know, Gimpy, we'd probably be in a better situation, but, you know, no point in crying over spilt milk, right? Shot might finish the job thanks to our flies. Oh my god. Just got hit way too much there. I think there might be stuff to buy back here, though. There's a Spirit Heart, so I'm fine with that. It's a Sun card. Alright, so we're up to the Void Floor, and at this point, really banking on that I'm drowsy pill to come through in the clutch on the Delirium fight, because otherwise you might be in a tight spot. You also, if I remember correctly, like the last time we fought Delirium, we gained like no point bonus after finishing the floor. Which I still think, like, not to belabor the point here, you should get, like, a little point bonus for fighting Delirium. I'm just saying. I'm not salty about it. Life goes on. But it strikes me as a very sensible option. Anyway, regardless of that, what that means, basically, is that 45,000 is looking unlikely. And there's, like, you can chart the course of a Northernlion daily. Wow, we're doing amazing. Wait, what happened? We got no chance of the top score anymore. So what I'm thinking, by the way, is that I will probably try to open up, like, every boss room. Like, not go into it, but at least find every boss room, identify where they are. And then we'll start carting around I'm drowsy. But if it seems like there's no chance that it's going to be Void, or it's going to be Delirium... You feeling okay, brain? Hilariously, after the, you know, sleeping anecdote, I actually have to admit I didn't sleep that well last night. You know, quality of sleep, fine. Length of sleep, a little light. So maybe that's... It's impacting, like, the higher order functions of my brain, but, you know, apparently most of, like, the Isaac, you know, brainstem function is still working out relatively well here. We actually have a get-out-of-jail-free card now in the form of the Fool, so we might as well, and we're doing really well on consumables as well. Maybe 45,000 is plausible, but we might as well peep every boss fight. I think this will give us points. It did. We might as well peep every boss fight at this point, because if we find Delirium, that's actually just better for us. We'll just teleport out. Like, this could conceivably be Delirium. It was not, thankfully. Blue map will help us find the secret room. Is it worth the point trade-off? I believe not. Keep in mind, by the way, you might be going, oh, 42,000 at this point. This guy's doing a great job. Like, he's got a chance at the top, the front page right now. Well, first off, it's a little early in the day. So even if we get the front page, I would expect it to not... last the whole day, but I'm not trying to downplay what, of course, is, you know, an Isaac superstar here. But at the same time, I will probably also get hit like 8 times in the Delirium fight, and that will result in us effectively losing like maybe a couple thousand points. Historically, that seems to be roughly around the right level. So don't necessarily get your hopes up too early here. I don't even know if those give us points at this point, but this could be Delirium. It's not Delirium, it's Tech Point 5, which I will take. Tech Point 5 is good enough to get past the filter for, like, is this worth negative 30 points? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Especially, you know, when we've got 28 damage some of the time. This should not be Delirium. So, I believe that that's... guaranteed deals with the angel. That's the Eucharist, right? For an item that doesn't show up that frequently, it has a pretty important impact. Unfortunately, it's weird because it oftentimes shows up on deals with the angels, so it's a strange way to glean precedent, but can be interesting nonetheless. Did I get hit in there? In that room with the slot machine? This is like the ultimate temptation. It's the temptation of Dr. Parnassus. That was meant to be a joke about Gotha. My German humor has not been on point in this episode so far. Gate, easy kill. But I say that because... Let's take a range upgrade. We should be able to get to nearly 45,000 points just before the Delirium fight. So the problem with that is that if I just hit Alt F4 or whatever you do to quit the daily, sadly Tarot Cloth is not worth it. Whatever you do to quit the daily, think I'm drowsy now. We would be on the front page. But we would be on the front page after a capitulation of our values as a society. I cannot abide by this. I don't know what that's like. Bernie Sanders meets an impression of Al Capone by somebody who's never heard what Al Capone sounds like. So what we gotta do... well, what I mean to say is what it all comes down to, my friends, is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. Because I got one hand in my pocket, and the other one's getting us 500 points in the Delirium fight somehow. Jagged Little Pill, Alanis Morissette. Classic Canadian album. We lost 500 points for getting hit once. Bad sign. I do want to point out, I'm not completely convinced we're even going to beat Delirium. I think we got a good shot, but I'm not convinced. Yeah, it's not worth it. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see how good this I'm Drowsy pill really is, huh? Daily's breaking down on Delirium fight. Okay, we need this. Let's go. Alright, subreddit poster whose post I didn't read but saw the title of. Prove it. You said I'm Drowsy's OP against Delirium. I mean, it probably helps if you have the range necessary to get in here without taking damage, admittedly. I mean, we're crushing him. We're doing a ton of damage. His range is not enough to get to us, and it seems like a lot of his telefragging can't get us either. Tech point 5 is at least doing something. We're generating occasional spiders. Dude, they were right. I'm Drowsy. It's the... Dang it. It's the feel-good story of the year. The I'm Drowsy pill actually has a reason to use it. It's like a Chaos card for Delirium, but it's actually better than the Chaos card on Delirium, because that just does, like, you know, 15% of his HP or something like that. Please, please, I've earned it. Via nobility, I've earned it on this run. You owe me a top 30 score. He's dead. Jim. 43,792. 169. To be fair, we didn't lose many points for the Delirium fight, so I don't feel like, you know, we whiffed on being on the top 10 as a result of our honor. Instead, not top 10, but top 30. Instead, great score. You know, we're going to be roughly in the vicinity percentage-wise of where we've been recently, and the consistency keeps hanging here. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the daily. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. Good luck on your dailies, and I'll see you next time.